In a small village nestled amidst rolling hills and verdant fields, the rhythm of life had always been steady and predictable. The people, though not wealthy, were content, drawing strength from their close-knit community and the natural beauty that surrounded them. Among them lived a young woman named Lily, a kind-hearted soul whose smile could brighten even the gloomiest day. She lived with her parents and younger brother in a modest home that radiated warmth and love. Life, however, had its own plans to test their strength and resilience. One fateful night, the sky turned ominously dark, and the air became heavy with anticipation. A violent storm unleashed its fury upon the village, with howling winds and torrential rain battering everything in sight. Houses were torn apart, crops destroyed, and lives uprooted. Lily's family was among those who bore the brunt of nature's wrath. Their home, once a sanctuary, was reduced to rubble, and they found themselves standing amidst the ruins of what had been their life. As if the storm's devastation weren't enough, Lily's father fell gravely ill shortly after, leaving the family without their main source of income. The challenges seemed insurmountable, and despair loomed large over their lives. While the villagers showed empathy and shared what little they could spare, they too were grappling with their own losses. Lily could feel the weight of the situation pressing heavily on her shoulders. She looked at her younger brother, who still clung to hope despite their dire circumstances, and her mother, who tried to put on a brave face. Deep within her heart, Lily made a silent promise. She would not let her family succumb to despair. She would find a way to rise from the ashes, no matter how daunting the journey ahead seemed. Lily had always possessed a talent for crafting. Her hands could transform ordinary materials into beautiful, functional objects. As she sat amidst the ruins of their home one afternoon, an idea began to take shape in her mind. With no money to spare and resources in short supply, she decided to use her skills to create something that could sustain her family. She began gathering whatever materials she could find, reeds from the nearby riverbank, discarded scraps of fabric, and even fallen branches from the storm. Her plan was simple yet ambitious. She would weave baskets and other items to sell in the village market. The beginning was far from easy. Lily's fingers, unaccustomed to the relentless pace she now demanded of them, were soon sore and blistered. Yet she worked tirelessly, driven by the vision of a better tomorrow for her family. Her first few baskets were humble creations, but they carried the unmistakable mark of a dedication and skill. When she took them to the market, her initial sales were modest. However, the villagers, struck by her determination and the quality of her work, began to take notice. Word spread about Lily's baskets, and soon customers began seeking her out. Each piece she crafted was a testament to her perseverance and love for her family. She poured her heart into every weave and knot, knowing that with each basket sold, she was one step closer to stability. Lily's efforts brought in just enough income to cover basic necessities and afford the medicine her father desperately needed. As weeks turned into months, Lily's skills improved, and her creations became more intricate and appealing. Yet, the challenges did not cease. The harsh winter made it difficult to source materials, and other villagers, inspired by her success, began crafting their own baskets, leading to increased competition. Some even tried to undercut her prices. Despite these hurdles, Lily refused to give up. She spent her evenings learning new weaving techniques from old books borrowed from the village library, constantly innovating and improving her craft. The road ahead was far from smooth, but Lily's persistence became her greatest ally. Each setback she encountered was met with renewed determination. When the winter winds howled and her materials ran low, she sought creative solutions, repurposing old items and experimenting with unconventional resources. Her ingenuity not only kept her craft alive, but also gave her creations a unique edge. Customers began to admire not just the beauty of her baskets, but also the story behind them, a story of resilience and hope that resonated deeply with everyone in the village. As Lily's reputation grew, so did the challenges. Competitors emerged, eager to replicate her success. Some tried to mimic her designs, while others attempted to undercut her prices. Instead of being discouraged, Lily saw this as an opportunity to evolve. She started experimenting with new patterns and techniques, making her products stand out even more. She even ventured into creating other items like decorative mats and small furniture pieces, diversifying her offerings and appealing to a broader audience. appealing to a broader audience. Lily's determination and adaptability began to inspire those around her. Seeing her unwavering spirit, the villagers who had once been consumed by despair started to find their own strength. They approached her, not just to buy her creations, but to seek advice and guidance. Recognizing the potential for collective growth, Lily decided to share her knowledge. She organized small gatherings where she taught her weaving techniques, encouraging others to explore their creativity and discover ways to support themselves. Her generosity and willingness to help others did not go unnoticed. Soon, the entire village began to transform. People who had once felt defeated by the storm's devastation found renewed purpose. Together, they turned their hardships into a shared journey of rebuilding and growth. Lily's efforts not only lifted her family out of their struggles, but also revitalized the community as a whole. The village became a hub of creativity and resilience, attracting traders and customers from neighboring areas. Years later, as Lily looked around at the thriving community, she felt a deep sense of fulfillment. The storm that had once threatened to destroy everything had, in many ways, been a blessing in disguise. It had taught her the true meaning of resilience and the power of unity. Her journey was a testament to the fact that no matter how difficult the circumstances, determination and a willingness to adapt could turn adversity into opportunity. Lily's story became a beacon of hope, reminding everyone that even the darkest storms could give way to brighter days. Emma's journey was far from smooth, and her resilience was tested time and time again. As she worked tirelessly to rebuild her life, challenges continued to arise, each demanding more courage and determination. One of the most pressing difficulties was the scarcity of materials for her craft. During the harsh winter months, the forest, where she sourced her natural weaving supplies, became nearly inaccessible. Snow-covered paths and frozen streams added layers of difficulty, making it almost impossible to gather what she needed. But Emma refused to let the seasons dictate her success. She began exploring alternatives, repurposing old materials she could find around the village. She turned discarded cloth and ropes into vibrant, durable basket designs. Her resourcefulness earned admiration, and soon, her innovative use of materials became her signature style. Villagers started saving unused items, offering them to Emma instead of discarding them. A small act of support that also brought the community closer. Despite her growing success, Emma faced fierce competition in the market. A merchant from a neighboring town began selling mass-produced baskets at a much lower price, threatening Emma's budding business. Many villagers were drawn to the cheaper options, and Emma saw her sales dwindle. For a brief moment, doubt crept into her mind, but she quickly reminded herself why she had started in the first place: to provide for her family and bring something meaningful to her community. Instead of lowering her standards to compete, Emma doubled down on quality and authenticity. She poured her heart into creating intricate designs that showcased the culture and traditions of her village. She began personalizing her baskets, weaving stories and symbols into each piece, making every creation unique. People began to see the value in her work again, not just for the practicality, but for the heart and history each basket carried. Emma's relentless pursuit of improvement didn't stop there. She realized that if she wanted to grow and sustain her business, she needed to learn more. She sought advice from elders in the village, who shared ancient weaving techniques passed down through generations. These techniques not only enhanced her craftsmanship, but also deepened her connection to her roots. Emma also began experimenting with natural dyes, adding vibrant colors to her creations, which made them even more appealing. Her willingness to learn and grow didn't just benefit her, it inspired others. Seeing Emma's dedication, several young women in the village approached her, eager to learn the art of weaving. At first, Emma was hesitant. She worried that training others might create more competition, but she quickly realized the power of community. She started teaching them everything she knew, fostering a spirit of collaboration rather than rivalry. As the group of weavers grew, so did their collective impact. The once quiet marketplace became lively with stalls showcasing unique handcrafted goods. Tourists visiting nearby regions started flocking to the village, drawn by its reputation for quality and authenticity. Emma's decision to share her knowledge not only elevated her own work, but also transformed the village into a thriving hub of creativity. The village, once burdened by the aftermath of the storm, began to revive. Families who had struggled to make ends meet found new hope in the crafts they learned from Emma and her team. The economic ripple effect was undeniable, but the emotional impact was even greater. The villagers rediscovered a sense of pride and unity, each contributing their skills to a shared dream of prosperity. Emma's small act of teaching became a powerful movement. The stories behind her baskets, combined with the collective effort of her community, turned the village into a symbol of resilience. People from far and wide visited to witness how adversity had been transformed into opportunity. Emma's journey was a testament to the strength that comes from refusing to give up, even when the odds are against you. Her story didn't just inspire her village, it became a beacon of hope for anyone who faced tough times. As the years went by, Emma's journey became a story of profound personal growth and transformation. The shy, uncertain young woman who had once stood amidst the ruins of her home was now a confident and inspiring leader. Emma's experiences had shaped her into someone who not only knew the value of perseverance, but also understood the importance of embracing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Emma no longer saw obstacles as insurmountable walls, but as stepping stones to a brighter future. Each hurdle she overcame, whether it was sourcing materials, facing competition, or balancing her business and family, taught her something new about herself and the strength she carried within. Her ability to adapt and innovate became second nature, and this mindset radiated to those around her. Emma was not only creating beautiful baskets, but also weaving together a narrative of resilience and hope that touched everyone who encountered her. Her growth extended beyond her craft. Emma began to take on more responsibilities in her community, stepping into roles that allowed her to help others navigate their own struggles. She organized workshops for young artisans, showing them how to transform their skills into sustainable livelihoods. She worked closely with elders to preserve traditional techniques, ensuring that the cultural heritage of the village would not be lost to time. Emma's ability to bring people together became one of her greatest strengths, and she was admired not just for her talent, but for her unwavering belief in the potential of her community. The transformation of the village was nothing short of remarkable. Where there was once despair and loss, there was now a vibrant sense of hope and possibility. The streets were alive with activity, filled with market stalls showcasing handmade goods, laughter from children, and the hum of visitors exploring the unique crafts. What had once been a quiet, forgotten village had become a destination known for its creativity and resilience. The villagers, inspired by Emma's leadership, found their own paths to growth and recovery. Farmers began experimenting with new crops, artisans explored different forms of craftsmanship, and shopkeepers started offering products that celebrated their culture. Emma's influence had a ripple effect, encouraging everyone to think bigger and believe in their ability to rise above adversity. Each success story in the village became a testament to the power of determination, and the collective triumph brought the community closer together. But Emma's story didn't end with her personal success or the transformation of her village. What truly set her apart was the hope she inspired in people far beyond her immediate surroundings. Visitors who came to the village left not just with handmade goods, but also with a renewed sense of what was possible in their own lives. They shared Emma's story with their friends and families, spreading her message of resilience to places she had never even dreamed of reaching. Emma's baskets became symbolic of her journey. Each piece carried a story of overcoming challenges, finding strength in vulnerability, and the beauty of rebuilding something broken. People from different countries and cultures resonated with her journey, seeing in it reflections of their own struggles and triumphs. Emma's ability to connect with others on such a deep level showed that her story wasn't just about her. It was about all of us, and the resilience we each carry within. Emma's life was a testament to the idea that in the darkest of times, there is always a glimmer of hope. Her journey reminded everyone that resilience is not about avoiding hardships, but about facing them with courage and determination. She proved that even the smallest steps, when taken with purpose and persistence, can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Through her unwavering belief in herself and her community, Emma became a beacon of light for anyone navigating their own challenges. Her story reminded people that they, too, could rise through adversity, no matter how daunting their circumstances might seem. Emma's journey was not just a story of resilience. It was a celebration of the human spirit and the boundless potential within us all to overcome, rebuild, and thrive.